Happy Monday, everyone. Okay, so if you can hear me, instead of just commenting replay, let me know if you had to choose one or the other, if you naturally respond or identify with being the bad guy or the pushover. If you've hung out with me for a little bit, you know that I will admit to being the bad guy in our house. Like, I'm the structure person. I'm the one who really struggles to give grace and understanding to behavior. So I am with you guys, just working through this all the way. Okay, so if we haven't met yet, my name is Melissa Corkum, and I am a post-adoption support specialist and creator of the Real Life Behavior Plan, bringing you brain-based solutions so that you can laugh more and yell less. You can find information about how I support families at thecorkboardonline.com. I also co-host the Adoption Connection podcast. If you are catching this replay on Instagram TV or YouTube, I would invite you to join our fantastic community of parents. It's free on Facebook, where you can ask questions, interact, just get solidarity and support. And that's where I do these lives every Monday. So you can join us right here at thecorkboardonline.com/Facebook. Okay, so one of my favoriteest quotes is from Dr. Karen Purvis, and a lot of you know her already. She wrote the book, The Connected Child, and then recently, even after her death, released a book with my good friend Lisa Qualls called The Connected Parent. And she said, if we give our kids nurture when they need structure, we inhibit their ability to grow, which is what I'm always afraid of. But on the flip side, if we give them structure when they really need nurture, we inhibit their ability to trust. So that always gives me a pause, because I am usually focused on the growth factor, and forget that our kids need our nurture and our compassion in order to gain trust, which ultimately is going to help them be the mature people we want them to be. So she often taught that our kids need both high nurture and high structure, right? They need us to, if we are the bad guy like me, be able to raise our nurture within that. And if we naturally give grace and might be considered the pushover, we need to raise our structure as well. So as we have stumbled through almost every imaginable parenting situation with our own kids, we have found that our kids always do better in terms of their growth and our relationship when we can find the high nurture, high structure response. It's like this magic space in parenting. Just yesterday, I was watching our daughter get into this control battle with our granddaughter over eating chili. This is a meal that just the day before she had gobbled up. So we knew that she liked it. And so our daughter had put the structure in place for Ava, that she needed to eat chili. But it was clear that she also needed some nurture to balance it out. Ava can be extremely, extremely stubborn. She's super cute. So it's easy to be the pushover, to give in. But I recognized that we needed to keep the structure in place. We didn't want to, we wanted to be consistent in what we were saying, but we didn't want to just give in. But she did need some nurture. So what did that look like? Well, the first thing is that I would encourage you, when you set structure for your child, if they push back or they throw a fit, they don't like it, that you validate that it's hard for them, right? It's my tendency as a high structure parent to be like, suck it up, buttercup, so bad, so sorry, but this is the way life is. And high nurture says, high structure says we don't need to give in to our kids, but we can say, oh, it is so hard. You're right. It is so hard to have to do what mama says, or to have to do something you don't want to do. So that was one way you can increase the nurture. That was one way we increased the nurture yesterday. The other thing is I could tell that she was really dysregulated about this, and that there was no amount of convincing her that was going to happen. She was in her downstairs brain, not in her thinking brain. And she's 2, right? So she's not in her thinking brain a whole lot. So I brought her close. I got her out of her high chair and I sat her with me. I was eating my dinner, and she kind of got distracted. And she actually wanted the water chestnuts out of my Asian veggie soup. And so on one hand, right, the pushover in me is saying, well, I mean, at least she's going to eat something healthy. At least she's not like asking for candy instead of chili. But also, I wanted to honor the structure that my daughter had put into place. So we came up with a compromise. First of all, I did require her to ask for those water chestnuts with words. And for 2-year-olds, sometimes that means signs like more please or something like that. And then I was like, I would love to share a water chestnut with you, but I need you to, one, use your words, which you did, and two, I need you to take a bite of that chili, right? And so she initially, wasn't super excited, but she kept, I just kept saying, this is the way it is. And I was able to stay really regulated. And so sure enough, she took a bite of her chili, and then I was able to reward her with the compromise that she asked for, a bite of water chestnut. And again, I probably wouldn't have done this if it was like candy. I'm not necessarily trying to bribe, but we're trying to work together, right? And so, so we went back and forth like that, a bite of chili for a water chestnut, a bite of chili for a water chestnut. And after about 5 back and forth, about 5 bites, you know what? She ate the rest of that chili all by herself without needing that extra support. So we took a little bit more time, a little bit more engagement, but we were able to work through that with high structure. She still did what she was supposed to with some high nurture support. So I will be the first one to tell you that this is not always the way that it goes. It's not always this simple, and it gets trickier and harder as our kids get older and as we apply this to teens and young adults. But we have never found ourselves in a position where we couldn't find this high structure, high nurture solution. So if you're watching and you're like, oh my gosh, I need a high structure, high nurture solution for something that's going on in your life, then you will want to join us on Wednesday. I'm doing a live Q&A just on this topic, how to balance nurture and structure. It will be on Wednesday, March 17th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And you can grab your seat for that at thecorkboardonline.com/group. It is a live group meeting, so you will have to be able to clear some room in your schedule to come join us. But if you can't join us for that one, there is a full schedule of live Q&As at this website, so you can look for one that you are able to join. Yeah, if you're watching on Instagram, because there's not a good way for me to give you a clickable link, go ahead and just drop me an emoji or send me an invite comment, and I will go ahead and DM you this link to your inbox, and that way you'll be able to click it, go right to the website. All right, so if no one has told you today or this weekend or in the past week, I want you to know that you are a good parent and you're doing good work, and I hope to see you on Wednesday or next time. All right, bye for now.